Brad in Queenstown, Australia writes to me and he says, I might. Is that any good? Hey, mate, I noticed you are pro subwoofers. Yes, I am, very much so. And as part of a hi-fi setup, you like two subs. So my question is, will a dual subwoofer setup outperform a mono system? And secondly, it appears as though you don't use subwoofers in your reference room. Last thing, hurry up with your new speakers, your streamer, and your DAC. Kind regards, Brad in Australia. Well, certainly it may not appear in our reference system that we don't use subwoofers, but that would be a mistake. We most certainly use subwoofers. I probably should have done this one upstairs, but you've seen enough of that. We're down here in the, I don't even know what this, we call these our warehouses. So they're planted all over, and accounting has warehouse F1 and F2, and some of these are like returns, and some of these are for repair. I don't know. I wish I knew what went on around here. I certainly don't. But anyway, yeah, absolutely. In our reference system, we have two giant columns, 6.5 feet tall, and in each we have six 12-inch woofers. Now, does every system require a subwoofer? No, absolutely not. Some systems, there aren't that many, some full-range systems, though, do have bass extension that goes down deep enough to satisfy almost anybody, really. But were I to make a generalized statement, who, me? A generalized statement? I would say, if you have a choice, get a subwoofer. Let's talk about why real quick. To make recorded music reproduced in the home as real as possible, we want everything, the full range. If you're having musicians that are on a stage and they're walking around the stage, I want to hear those footfalls. That's just the clumping on the thing. If there's I've talked about this before, a famous Mercury recording at Carnegie Hall where there's a subway going underneath and you can hear the rumble of the subway as the strings play quietly. That's the same thing you would have heard had you been there. And would you have heard the footfalls of the musicians? No, probably not. But in a reproduced home audio system, it really adds a level of realism that is hard to describe until you hear it. And without it, you just lose something. So to the question of dual subs, absolutely. Now, there's an argument to be made that because of a subwoofer's low frequency, there's no directionality, which is true. Directionality typically comes from higher frequency drivers. But that said, there are pressure differences that we can feel coming from the right side or from the left side. And depending on how you have it set up in the room, I guarantee you that a pair of dual subs, left and right subs, are really the way to go if you can afford to do that. And what I wouldn't do is place a sub in the center of the room. If you're only going to have one sub, place it off to the right channel, because with classical music, most of the bass is usually on the right side, and you're going to have to pick one or the other, because in the center, you're not going to get good bass reproduction, generally speaking. So put it off to the right side, go for a dual sub. And as far as speakers, well, the FR30s are coming right along. You've probably, by the time you see this video, you've already seen our unveiling. And I just love them. They're just gorgeous speakers. And how they sound, whew! Okay, so enough. I don't want to be promoting our products. This is more of Paul's educational channel. So thanks for the question, mate, and I'll see you later. Take it easy. Bye.